So I just ran into Ron London, Lyondon.
You have. Oh, I'm sorry, but you.
So I'm here, and there was. Let's think about this. So I went over the whole NCO conversation. I gave him my goddess nickname. I informed him that I drove my Chevy to the levee this evening. Not that he understood what that meant. I kept it light and airy. In the sense of he's a car person, so I said, isn't it amazing? I said, how I feel my car. I said, it's metal. It's still made of metal. It's a Mini Cooper. I said, all of these high performance vehicles are now with flat polyurethane fiber, plastic synthetic, which they're not allowed because it causes high junk and there's no synthetic breakdown and removal for the future for the kids. So there's actually, I'm not going to show them because I don't want to get yelled at again, but there's a high group of children here right now. It's September 26, 2020 at 8:42 p.m. in front of Starbucks. And they look Native American, like myself, being this color with the eye shape. Some of them with the darker hair, but for the most part, Native American, I would say. Not like what is washed up along with the high performance vehicles. So I had a thing where whatchamacallit, I want to see what this guy's doing. There's now some kind of undercover cop that just pulled up. I don't know what they're up to. That I will give you. But the thing is that I have a, let's think about this. I told him, I said, it's really difficult. I told him, because we met at a Starbucks, and that was the one that I had the false report and then asking me to leave. As a dissident, they're not supposed to, but again, the things that keep washing up on shore in like a gang format. I did inform Ron that they are forming massive groups, and where I come from, it's a Jesus, Mary, and Joseph looking appearance of thing in predominantly Christian, with a few exceptions, and fewer invites over from what's been washing up unbeknownst to the people. I mean, that was the conversation in between 1980-1985, is that these technology and communications contracts with employment and with the overseas network buying Royal League ships and so on and so forth, they were supposed to be labeled cargo, CARGO. That's it. They're not Royal Fleet eligible. That we specifically said, because then it becomes a migration and a U.S. customs issue. If you make custom employment contracts for people that are not designated. So that is what we were discussing in 1980-1985 when I was 4 years old as Goddess Nyx. Let's think about this. So tonight I had a Chevy I was pushing to the levee, who had in New York, right, back license plates important. This one did not, which was fine. Goddess Nyx was up behind in her Mini Cooper, white with 2 black stripes. And then, somebody got out, said security on the back of his whatever shirt. But it was button quality, and he headed to the subway. Wanted to make sure there was no ambush, AMBUSH, waiting for my betrothed rescue help crew, whatever. So I went down Bell Boulevard, BELLBLVD, behind the truck with my whatever radio and windows open, in support of. They zigged right, I zigged left, and I went about my way down to the Boston market, where I said I would sit as my own private boycott and Boston Tea Party in a dissident position, but still cognizant of the surrounding civilians, in a fire hazard zone in front of a fire hydrant, reporting, since we had a problem with a Boston Tea Party in the past with the throwing of all of the tea into the ocean. I also let Ron, R-O-N, know about, I asked him if he had ever heard of Captain Nemo, C-A-P-T-A-I-N-N-E-M-O. He said no. I said, have you ever heard of 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea? He said no. In his North American growing up in the U.S.A. In the State Department of New York public education system. I said, okay. I said, have you ever heard of the Kraken? K-R-A-K-E-N. He said, no. I said, okay, well, the Captain Nemo, the word Nemo, N-E-M-O, means nobody in Latin. The captain of that Nemo ship, for 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea. The Kraken is this gigantic like squid or octopus with like legs and tentacles that comes up and surrounds the ship and pulls it back under the water, and it just disappears. Captain Nemo is supposedly the captain of that ship, but Nemo in Latin again means nobody. The ocean swallows it whole. I was like, that's what's going on right now in America, unbeknownst to the native residents that were not prepared for what was going on overseas because nobody informed them. There was no U.S. Coast. There was no emergency broadcast system to alert any of the civilian public as to what was going on in militarized zones elsewhere, and with money and corporate decisions and so on, and royals and whatnot, because the royals were illegitimate then, trying to hide secrets and keep secrets and make secret alliances, and now they're rushing the shores of where the Mary was having the Christ appearance as a star being. I also said to Ron, I said, it's over in overseas territory, they know of star beings and of the guardianship of the planet and so on and so forth. I said, in America, they don't even know that. They don't even know that the version of the New York State Bible is King James Version. By publicists, they were required to change over to King James Version of the Bible. These are all verifiable facts. Not that you have to read the Bible, not that you got to be a Christian, but in predominantly Christian, with few exceptions, and no invitations to the rest of the world that was not converting. We did not have open invitations over for my lifetime and my appearance. That was supposed to help Homeland Security with custom bullshit between custom employment contracts and custom laws and dissidents from elsewhere not adhering to any law or any land law or admiral law or star law or anything since I arrived. That's what's been going on. And that's what I was reporting on when I was 4, with a Fibonacci phone sequence with certified letter to the most royal and respected around the planet to engage in helpful conversation and in order to correct my appearance and to get my life correct and not play every Tom, Dick, and Harry game just for Harry's uncle or whatever that sold the fucking United States of America. I didn't warn them. I mean, it is fucking unbelievable what you fucking assholes have gotten away with.